built this house thanks to the grace of Ahura Mazda. May Ahura Mazda and the gods protect me and my kingdom. King Xerxes, 486 BC. 2,500 years ago, what is now southern Iran, an ancient city of breathtaking beauty stood. Tall, built by great kings, it served as the ceremonial capital of Achaemenid Persia, the largest empire of its time. Today we know it as Persepolis, founded by Darius the Great around 518 BC. Persepolis was a monument, celebrating the greatness and power of the Persian Empire. All who entered were in awe of its majesty. Imagine you are now one of those visitors. In the time of King Xerxes, you have arrived at Persepolis after a long journey across the empire. As you ascend the grand staircase, Ceph 111 steps, your breath is taken by the sheer size of the city and the splendor of the Gate of All Nations. The official entrance to Persepolis, although King Xerxes ordered its construction, the entrance reflects the philosophy and thinking of his father, King Darius. He brought artists and craftsmen from all over the world to construct it, and it represents an important part of his strategy. To express a unified rule over his empire, the spacious beyond the Gate of All Nations lies the central architectural masterpiece of Persepolis. Apadana, your time to meet great king is approaching. The reliefs outside the Great Hall depict a familiar scene in the city. Among the tribute bearers from 23 countries, you can see figures from your homeland. One of them is carrying an object, similar to the one you are holding in your hands now. As you enter the main hall, you will be overwhelmed with awe and majesty. You see the towering columns stretching above you, and finally, you will see with your own eyes the king, sitting on his throne. It is Xerxes, king of nations and millions. King of this great and vast land, you join the crowds of visitors and step quietly toward him, carrying tribute in your hands. A humble tributado, the most powerful person in the ancient world. The king's absolute power was also fully displayed in the great audience hall, known as the Hall of 100 Columns. Historians believe it. The hall was used by the army to perform military rituals and ceremonies. It's important. Work on the hall began under King Xerxes and was completed during the reign of his son Artaxerxes. Constructing buildings on this massive scale took decades. Building materials were brought from all over the vast empire. Immediately south of the 100-column hall was the Southeast Palace, a luxurious residential area for the king and his family. Away from the bustle of the reception halls, in these quiet, secluded corners of the capital, the royal family sat down to eat, drink, and discuss their private affairs. To the west, the Palace Xerxes. Large banquets may have been served here, as inscriptions on the palace stairs indicate. During these lavish occasions and events, servants carried gold and silver bowls filled with delicious food from all over the empire. But empires do not last forever. 2 centuries later, Persepolis fell in 330 BC, set ablaze by Alexander the Great, reducing it to ashes. Since then, the remains of Persepolis have stood as a reminder of the empire's greatness, the Achaemenid Empire, and the diversity of nations under its rule. We still have much to learn from these monuments. Just as Persepolis was built in stages, our understanding of this iconic city evolves over time.